Today we are going to see the story mapping, a technique to create planning and prioritization to create your agile roadmaps. We are going to take the example of the good morning breakfast, a case from your real life of what happens when you get out of bed to prepare to go to the office. The first step is to focus on the priorities, to create the priorities of what you are going to do if you have really a short amount of time. So in this example, the good story mapping, we are going to create a timeline from what happens when you get out of bed till the time where you reach the office. And on the first line, we are going to put the elements, the actions that you are going to do during the morning, from the time you wake up and you get out of bed to the time you go to the office. And we'll put them on the first priority with a yellow color to indicate the ones which are really urgent, I mean you cannot skip. So let's take the case that the alarm clock rings, and the first thing that you do is actually you get out of bed after the alarm clock rings. So we put that in the first yellow box. Put alarm clock, and then we'll develop the different activities of what is going to happen during the day, the morning, to prepare to go to bed. Alarm clock, taking a coffee, taking a shower, checking the weather forecast, and getting dressed to go to the office. So then we'll have, let's say that we'll have a bit more time, and that you have the time to develop different actions before you go to the office. So we'll put the ones in yellow, the one that you cannot skip, and the one which are less mandatory in green. We'll develop the sub-priorities, and in the second line, we'll see what are the actions that you can do if you would have a little bit more time. Let's say you wake up a little bit earlier. So for instance, when you get out of bed, you stretch, then you get some food, a bit of fitness before, after the shower, you check the news, and you prepare, you take care of the laundry. If you really have more time and you want to have a very good morning and you want to be fresh, then you can hit some fruits and check Twitter online to complement the information you got on the newspaper. So from these different priorities and different lines that are helping to visualize the priorities, we'll track some topics to understand what are these different actions related to. We'll create a theme. So for instance, under the first line, above the first line, we'll take it's a wake-up call, and then coffee, food, and fruits is belonging to the breakfast. So that will help us to develop the planning, and we'll do that by slicing vertically what are the things you have the time to do if you have a bit more time or just not enough. And then we'll create a focus from these different priorities. So we'll say that the first line is the morning rush, the second line is the healthy start, and then the good mood is if you really have a little bit more time to dedicate to that. So that are the sprint objectives, and you see that as a technique to create your agile roadmap with themes and sprint objectives. Thank you very much for listening.